Hey everyone, welcome in this new video. In today's video, I will be explaining to you speeder mistakes. I'm sorry if I didn't upload in quite some time some content, but I was just busy with life management and today I had to settle my bank account and I also had to make work information about myself so that I eventually can go to regular work and I want to do security. Anyways, not too important, and you can see me playing right here. It was insane gameplay, so I hope you enjoy. You can see like there, nice missile launch. Anyways, in today's video, I will be explaining to you the speeder mistakes. And actually, all ships are good to play at the beginning of the game. However, there are some limitations to that rule. And Speeder is a fine class to play at the beginning of the game. But I would recommend that you switch to the red ship at the beginning instead of the yellow. And the reason for this is very simple. It's because the red ships have more power and they have more health. And the movement of Speeder, it isn't too high at the beginning of the game. And that's practically what the issue is with the ship. Like you really need to use your mobility with Speeder. And if you don't have that mobility, you are gonna be fucked. Yeah, you're gonna be fucked. Um, but yeah, that's practically it. And yeah. So, what are the worst speeder mistakes? Well, at number one, and that is gonna be the first one, is Frostorp at low league. And some people might be asking themselves, what? Seriously? But Frostorp is the best loadout, right? Yes, Frostorp is the best loadout for speeder later on. But as I said, later on, not at the beginning, bozos. And yeah, some people they think like, oh, I'm still gonna play it, fuck you. But that's not the case here. Because if you want to play it, you first need to farm the right items for it. Do you not have the right items? Then do not play it. And as you can see, one of my guild mates was there, and his name was Ranger 480, and his team was pretty goddamn awful. Respect to him, by the way. You played triple bolt. And yeah, that's practically it. Um, and the next mistake that people make is at number 4, carronade spamming. Oh man, where do I start with? This is also a very bad mistake. But it's not a bad mistake at the beginning of the game, but it's a mistake later on. You should never spam carronade in the first place on speeder. Let me tell you that. And anyone that thinks that this requests skill, you're an absolute moron if you think that. Because just look at this. This was also a gameplay from today, and I was playing the interceptor. I just continued my job, and then I saw a carronade spamming speeder, and we are gonna see why carronade spam speeder is an absolute blunder at any point. You can see this person right here spamming carronade. You can see him setting up an attack route, which is good. Don't mind me, that's good. I do that as well. You will see later on my positioning, and you will see how fast this person will die. And this is exactly the reason why carronade spam is so bad. People should never do this in the first place. Just look at this. Just look at this. This person is going here where there are 5 people. And yes, we are holding them back there. And you can see my positioning right there, my attack route. I was attacking them here and there, and I was holding the front lines there. He was lucky that everyone was distracted, but even then, his damage was so terrible. You can just see it, and with free fixers, it gets even worse because they will heal up pretty quickly, and your damage will be absolutely nothing. And you are such an easy target with this. If I was in the enemy team, I would literally launch bullseyes on this person with my missile. Now, of course, this person assassinated also some targets. Right here, for instance, where the stand-up mortar finished him off. Good choice, by the way, to choose stand-up mortar on your shooter. Though I will prefer to use like the normal weapon, the ballpark mortar, which is a little bit better. There you can see I launched my grenade there soon enough. And here you can see my positioning. I was doing completely fine here. Got finished with the missile. I retreated because I thought like, okay, this is getting too dangerous. And I was operating in a very good way. You can see that. I operate in a very great way in any battle. It doesn't matter how bad it gets. I will always fight my situation out. You can see I go in there. I see my health is getting lower. I retreat. Or actually, I don't really retreat yet. I thought like, oh, I can waste some more HP because I have a bandage. But I kept my health bar up. I kept seeing that. I kept an eye on my bar. But carronade spam, as you can see right there, that carronade spammer did almost do nothing on the battlefield. And triple nitro is mistake number 4. And some people will be like, why is this a mistake? Why is triple nitro a mistake? I will tell you why this is a mistake. It's a mistake for 2 reasons. Number 1, overboost is better with 2 nitros rather than 3 nitros. Yes, that's right. And every single human being should understand this. And anyone that doesn't, you can quit the game and you can delete the game right away because you're stupid. The reason why this is stronger is because you amplify your speed times 2, which is in fact stronger. Like you can see right here, my overboost has 70% speed. Well, if I combine that with 2 nitros, I get more speed rather than having 3 nitros, especially if you have like 100% speed, which my past overboost had. And I was so fast at that point. I was very fast, like no one could catch up to me. I had like a tier 5 rare nitro and a tier 5 epic nitro and a tier 4 epic overboost at that point. But what you can also do, and this is a different move, this is an absolute dick move, is equipping a stun bolt with 2 nitros, which is even better. And some people will be like, huh? Why is that better? You can shut a fixer down, and then you can focus with your team on one shooter, and you can take them out one by one without the fixer doing anything. And that is what people are doing wrong with Speeder. That is another mistake that they make. That's mistake number 3. And number 4, we have this mistake. And this happens with cannons. Watch your back. I will name it right away. Now, this is a very common mistake. What I see most people do, and this is very bad, is this. Okay? This is one of the most common mistakes with cannons. You stun. You get closer. You fire your flare and you fire your cannon. Is this good? No, it's not. And why is it not good? This is how it's supposed to be going. You use the waves. Okay, you use the waves. You get close. You fire your flare, you fire your cannon, you stun the target, and you run away. And why do you play like that? Because the target can later on not regain health with stun while the stun is active, preventing them from regaining their HP while you gain HP. That is how you are supposed to be playing speeder with a stun bolt and a cannon. Don't get me wrong, it's very difficult to play speeder like that. But if you do that, you can literally 1 versus 3 people. And I'm not joking here. And there we can see his Carronade Spammer again. You can see how easy I target them. This is exactly the reason why I hate Carronade Spammers. They are so unskilled. And it doesn't matter whether it's a win or a lose. I hate Carronade Spam. And the worst thing about them is, like I say in other videos, all of them are almost the same. Only some of them are really good. Like, only some of them really do know what they are doing wrong and that they should improve. And that is practically the reason why I hate Carronade users so much. And there you can see I died, but look at that shooter. It's heavily damaged and it cannot go in the combat zone anymore, because I practically terminated it completely down. And there you can see it, Carronade Spammer terminated. It doesn't matter what you are doing, you are dead. And this person is very skillful, though I do recommend that you use stun bolt. And for the people that want to use stun bolt, don't make mistake number 2, please. And the reason you don't want to make another mistake that I mentioned here is this mistake. Upgrading a rare stun bolt, uncommon stun bolt, or common stun bolt, etc, etc. It doesn't matter, it's the same. And why is this so bad? Well, I will tell you right away. The reason this is bad is simple. If you upgrade that, it doesn't get any duration at all whatsoever. You can rather have like... It doesn't really matter at that point. Let's say that. And that's practically why I say this to you. Only the epic stun bolt is worth training. And here you can see, if you don't believe how overpowered stun bolt can be, here you can see the talent training, and you can see I almost am there. Tesla Bolt hit blocks all ship repairs as long as the stun is active. And this is the reason why I say they should ban double fixer fleets. I find that so lame, and there is nothing you can do against it. And some people, they actually say that it's not OP at all. And I heavily disagree with that. Because if you have 2 double bolt fixers, I did this with Demolito in low league, and guess what? No one was able to stop us, and we instantly reached with uncommon gear Warrior League, just to test how stupidly overpowered double fixer fleet is. They should ban it. And fixer with Reaper is just as toxic. They should just make it that you can only have 1 support on your team, and not like 3 or 2, because 1 is already bad enough. Now, before I go into the other things, I also want to make some special mentions. And one of these special mentions is frost torping. Now, don't get me wrong, many people frost torp in a good way. However, there are some exceptions to it. And yeah. One of the mistakes that people make, and don't ask me why, but there are some stupid people that actually fire their frost launcher first before stunning the target. And this is the most stupid thing ever. And the reason this is stupid is for obvious reasons. What if that ship has nitro, like Interceptor for instance? Interceptor has nitro. You should always stun the target first, then freeze, and then torp them apart. And with shooters, you do it like this: you freeze them, you come out of nowhere, and then you torp them. And then you stun them and run away. That's how you are supposed to be taking out targets with it. I do know how to play Frost Torp, don't mind me, but this is just common knowledge. Everyone should know this. And of course, Frost Torp, it's harder than you think it is. It has more skill than Caronate Spam because you can't get close easily. But it's lame at the same time. And I decided to completely use Interceptor from now on. And there is logic reasons behind that. It's because I'm way better with the Interceptor than with the Speeder, and I'm also way better with the Interceptor than with the Speeder. And this is for, I mean, like, I'm way better with the Interceptor rather than the Enforcer. And this sounds very weird, maybe, because you guys have seen me playing the Enforcer back in the past on my Marine Force 1 account. Back then, I showed some replays of it. Yes, I am a decent Enforcer, but I also have my learning points right there, and I sometimes mess up miserably. But that is just it. I just hated to see these mistakes on the game, and I just can't take it because of how bad people play with the, like, thing, you know? And we also have other mentions that I can make, and this is with the Tesla shield. And some people might be asking themselves, what is wrong with it? There is nothing wrong with using Tesla shield. But the problem with Tesla shield is you need to know how to use it. Because using it improperly can lead for very bad situations. And I once did a 1 versus 2 back on that channel, back on my account. And I won that. It was against 2 shooters. I just took out the first one and then I went capture. That was in Crude Awakenings. And that other shooter was full health, and this is another mistake that these speeders make. But what I'm trying to say is that time your Tesla shield. Please do that. Wait until it recovers and then charge in. And the reason you want to do this is so that you can take that hit. You can take that hit, and then you can fire your flare and you blast cannon, then rush out and then get back in later on. Of course, you don't always have to wait for your weapon or item to reload. But this is why Stun Bolt is better than Tesla Shield. And that is pretty sad. Of course, it's logic that Tesla Bolt is far more overpowered than the Tesla Shield. But Tesla Shield used to be way better. It used to be one of the best items in this game. Probably the best, but Enforcers can't do anything anymore, and yeah. I will also go over the Enforcer mistakes, because those are made many times. I have seen so many people fail on playing Enforcer, and I'm getting tired of it. Yes, it's a difficult ship. Yes, I do know that it's hard to play, but if you don't know how to play that ship, just avoid it. Just avoid playing it right away. I mean, for real, man. For real. If you can't play a ship, just quit. Just quit that ship and find something different. Try to find something different. For real. Now, yeah. Of course, this makes all sense. And I'm trying my hardest to, like, teach people how they should play their loadouts. And someone today asked me for advice, and I said, like, rather play not sniper cannon until you have 30% crit chance. And this is what I learned from other people in this community. This person seriously has low life with that stupid Gatling gun spam. At least I killed that person. And we did top damage again. Guess what? Me. No skill whatsoever. Done. This is just how much this game is ruined. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all learned from this. I hope you found this a very interesting guide. I hope that people learned from it. And I do hope more people now know how to play speeder. Another mistake that I many times see is playing railgun speeder. Now, don't get me wrong, this can be a very good setup. I have played it as well, and I have had some very tactical assassinations with that. But it is not recommended. Even if you deal so much damage with it, it is not recommended because the reload is very long and you rather can take, like, let's say, an explosive cannon with you. Because, yeah, this is just the worst. Just don't. So yeah, this was my guide, and yeah, I will do today also a video maybe about the enforcer if I have enough time. I'm not too sure if I can make that video. Probably yes. Anyways, see ya.